Why people pay 10 lakhs for a bag they don't need. Imagine walking into a store and seeing two handbags. One costs 4,000. The other costs 14 lakhs. Both carry your phone. Both hold your wallet. Both are made of leather. But somehow, one makes people feel powerful. And here's the craziest part. The more expensive it becomes, the more people want it. This is the strange psychology behind luxury brands. Why does a tiny logo from Louis Vuitton make people feel richer? Why do people wait years to buy a Rolex? Why does Hermès intentionally keep products out of stock? And why do billion-dollar companies spend millions creating products most people can never afford? Because luxury brands are not selling products. They are selling identity, status, emotion, and human psychology itself. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden psychological tricks behind luxury brands and why the richest companies in fashion don't actually want everyone to buy their products. Luxury branding is not new. Hundreds of years ago, kings and queens used rare fabrics, jewelry, and perfumes to separate themselves from ordinary people. In ancient Rome, purple-colored clothing was so expensive that only emperors were allowed to wear it. Scarcity created power. Fast forward to today, and the same psychology still works. Except now, brands like Gucci, Chanel, Rolex, and Hermès have replaced royal families. Luxury has become modern-day social hierarchy, and the luxury industry is massive. According to Bain & Company, the global luxury market crossed over $400 billion in recent years, and despite economic slowdowns, luxury brands keep growing. Why? Because luxury is emotional, not logical. Most products follow normal economics. When prices go up, demand goes down. But luxury brands work differently. For luxury goods, higher prices can actually increase demand. This phenomenon is called the Veblen Effect, named after economist Thorstein Veblen. Because expensive products create status. A 50 lakh watch tells the world, I can afford something you cannot. And humans are deeply wired for social comparison. We constantly measure ourselves against others, consciously or subconsciously. Luxury brands understand this perfectly. That's why Rolex doesn't advertise features like battery life or accuracy. Because nobody buys a Rolex to check time. People buy it to signal success. And this strategy works brilliantly. In 2023, Rolex generated over 10 billion in revenue, not by selling necessity, but by selling prestige. Now here's where luxury brands become genius. Most businesses try to increase supply. Luxury brands do the opposite. Hermès is one of the greatest examples. The famous Birkin bag can cost anywhere between 10 lakhs to over 1 crore. But here's the twist. You usually cannot walk into a store and buy one, even if you have the money. Customers often spend years building relationships with sales associates just to get access. This artificial scarcity creates obsession. Psychologists call this the scarcity principle. Humans automatically value things that are difficult to obtain. The harder it is to get, the more desirable it becomes. And Hermès mastered this perfectly. The company intentionally limits supply to protect exclusivity. As a result, some Birkin bags appreciate in value better than stocks or gold. Yes, a handbag becoming an investment asset. That's the power of psychology. Luxury brands don't just sell products. They sell a version of you. When someone buys Nike, they buy motivation. When someone buys Apple, they buy innovation and creativity. But when someone buys Gucci or Dior, they buy status and identity. Luxury customers are often purchasing emotional transformation. They want to feel successful, elegant, powerful, important. And luxury advertising reflects this perfectly. Notice something interesting about luxury ads. They rarely explain product specifications. Instead, they show emotions, beautiful locations, elite lifestyles, private yachts, celebrities, confidence. Because luxury marketing is storytelling. The message is simple. Buy this and become this person. Now let's talk about logos. Why are people willing to pay extra just to display a logo? Because logos are social signals. Humans evolved in tribes, and throughout history, status symbols helped identify power and belonging. Today, logos perform the same role. A Louis Vuitton monogram, a Rolex crown, a Chanel logo. These symbols instantly communicate wealth and social standing. In psychology, this is called conspicuous consumption. People publicly display expensive products to signal success. And social media made this even stronger. Instagram transformed luxury into public performance. Now luxury products are not just worn in real life. They are displayed online to thousands of people, which is why luxury brands exploded during the social media era. Now here's a fascinating real-world example. In the 1980s and 1990s, many luxury brands started becoming too accessible. They expanded rapidly. Discounts increased. Products became common. This hurt exclusivity. But Louis Vuitton took a different path. The brand almost never discounts products, even during economic downturns. Why? Because discounts damage perceived value. If luxury becomes affordable, it stops feeling luxurious. And the strategy worked. Today, Louis Vuitton is one of the most valuable luxury brands on earth. Its parent company, LVMH, became Europe's most valuable company at one point, worth over $500 billion, all powered by branding and psychology. Not technology, not patents, not innovation, but emotion. Now here's an interesting question. Why do wealthy people, who already have status, continue buying luxury? Because luxury is also about belonging. High-end products often act like membership cards into elite social circles. A Patek Philippe watch, a Ferrari, a private club membership. These are signals of insider status. In many industries, appearance influences perception. Luxury becomes part of personal branding, and sometimes it becomes addiction. Research shows that luxury purchases activate dopamine in the brain, similar to rewards and excitement. Luxury shopping creates emotional highs, which is why some people keep chasing bigger and more expensive products. But luxury psychology also has a darker side. Many consumers go into debt trying to appear wealthy, especially in the age of social media. People compare themselves constantly, and luxury brands quietly benefit from insecurity. In fact, studies show younger consumers increasingly buy luxury products for online validation, not personal satisfaction. And ironically, some truly wealthy people now avoid flashy luxury altogether. This trend is called quiet luxury, instead of giant logos. Ultra-rich consumers prefer subtle, high-quality products without obvious branding. Brands like Loro Piana and Brunello Cucinelli became popular because they whisper wealth instead of shouting it. Because at the highest level, true status no longer needs validation. At the end of the day, luxury brands are some of the greatest psychology companies ever built. They understand one simple truth. Humans don't just buy products. We buy emotions, identity, belonging, status, and stories. That's why a handbag can cost more than a car. That's why people line up outside luxury stores. And that's why luxury brands continue dominating generation after generation. Because the real product was never leather, or gold, or fashion. The real product was human desire. And honestly, that might be the most expensive thing in the world. If you enjoyed this business case study, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into brands, psychology, and billion-dollar business strategies. And comment below. What's the smartest luxury brand strategy you've ever seen? See you in the next one.